Welcome back, General. Thank you.
No. It isn't ready. It hasn't been tested. We don't even know if it works.
If what works?
My time machine.
Prepare these coordinates.
No. Please. Please.
Now!
Sir. No. No, please. No. Please, honey.
Get in!
All right.
You cannot be serious.
Come, Comrade General. A new world order awaits. Come!
Good to see you, sir. I have the reports from the front that you requested.
Thank you. What do you have for me?
I'm sorry, Comrade General. I meant Premier Cherdenko. Sir, the Allies are on the run soon. Western Europe will be ours.
You hear that, General? Our enemies have been defeated.
Hold on, sir. I'm receiving an emergency transmission from our northern base.
They're attacking! There are too many! We have to evacuate!
Who is attacking? Sir, it appears that the Empire has mounted a full-scale assault.
What empire?
The Empire of the Rising Sun, of course.
Comrade Dasha will be your information officer and will coordinate all our communication.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Commander, the armies of the Empire are closing in as we speak.
Make haste, Commander. Time is of the essence.
We know little about the Empire's invasion force other than that they are extremely mobile. They have surrounded Leningrad and are assaulting the city by way of the canals. Save our great metropolis. It is a symbol of the people's revolution. We've assigned the legendary sniper Natasha to your command. She will help you to help defend the city and eradicate the invading Imperial soldiers. Das Vidanya. Very impressive, Commander. Clearly you are quite resourceful.
Yes. Too bad Leningrad was merely a diversion meant to pull our forces from where they were actually needed. Maybe next time your efforts will be of more use.
General, I've just been notified that the Imperial forces are moving towards Moscow. They are currently nearing our old satellite launch facility at Krasna 45.
Krasna 45. We might be able to use that facility against them. You see, Commander, while you were hiding behind the barricades in Leningrad, our enemy was thrusting deeply into the motherland's tender nether regions. It is time to show some backbone and take the fight to the enemy. Stop them before they get any closer to Moscow.
All will be lost if the Empire's forces reach Moscow. We are going to use the Krasna 45 installation to intercept it. Even though it is inhabited by vagrants, the launchpad at Krasna 45 is still operational. General Krukov believes that we can use it against the enemy once the satellite is in orbit. Good luck. The Empire seized the port of Vladivostok, which was, as you know, the former home of the Soviet Pacific Fleet. In a further showing of arrogance, we have learned that the Emperor's son has constructed an elaborate palace there. We must show them the meaning of Soviet pride and push them out of the motherland. Destroy this insulting palace and secure our coast.
Pleased to meet you, comrade. My name is Jana. I will be supporting you today with the most loyal force in the Union. Let us take back our port now from the impudent Japanese.
We must hurry and cripple the Allies before the American reinforcements arrive. Our main target is a key forward command center in Geneva, Switzerland. We need to take this base out before the newly funded Allies use it as a springboard to enter Soviet territory. The General will be joining you once you clear the way for him. Okay. Commander, I'm not sure what's happening. There has been no word on the fate of the Premier. But as loyal soldiers of the USSR, we must stay strong and fight on. We have been victorious against the Allies thus far. But this new technology is of great concern. The Greek island of Mykonos is where the Allies are researching this new technology. I do not pretend to understand the science behind it, but I know we must not let our enemies have it. Glad to see you up and around, sir.
Thank you, Dasha. It is good to be alive. I was just about to congratulate the commander on his last operation. The crisis has been averted, and the advanced weapons technology is in our far more capable hands.
I know you're in need of rest, sir, but I thought you should know that the Allies' European forces have retreated north to their air base in Iceland.
Thank you, Dasha.
Sir, we've detected Imperial forces still occupying some Soviet territories.
Let's let them be, for they will be nothing without their venerable leader, their emperor.
Congratulations on your promotion, General. As your first directive, the Premier demands the death of the Emperor Yoshiro. You must breach the Emperor's palace and make it past his elite guard. All of our military and technological resources will be at your disposal, General, in this unprecedented airdrop. Good luck. We have the Allies running scared, and now their general is willing to broker peace. They have shown weakness, and we must exploit it. Meet them at the uninhabited Easter Island and convince them that we are sincere. And when they have lowered their weapons and raised their glasses, it is then that we will strike.
Comrade, the Allies will rely on their fleet to defend themselves here. I'll keep an eye on this and cover the coastline.
After all the battles you've won and the dangers you've braved, how could he do this? We now believe he was responsible for Dr. Zelensky's disappearance. He also fabricated the attempt on his own life just so he could frame General Krukov. Destiny has placed the fate of the Soviet Union in your hands, Commander. The Allies are still reeling from what happened on Easter Island. The last of them have retreated to the United States. Their president, who rallied the world against us, now stands alone defending his precious city of New York. We must take the battle to them, comrade. We must assail the bastion of capitalism and burn it to the ground. Liberate the people of New York City and defeat the fascist overlords. But be careful, General. They can move their forces instantly with their chronosphere technology. The forces here are on high alert, for they know that their day of reckoning has arrived. To you, comrade. The people want to meet their new premier.
Lieutenant Ava. She will be your intel officer and communications liaison.
Glad to have you on board, sir. Field Marshal, the President is ready for you. Soviets have conquered much of Europe with brute force. Now, they are trying to invade England by attacking a virtually defenseless civilian city, Brighton Beach. Commander, we must hold the line and defend against the Soviet advance. If they take Brighton Beach, it's a straight shot to London. All of Europe will fall. We cannot let that happen.
I'd like you to meet Tanya.
Hello, gentlemen.
Tanya's the best we have. She can kill a man 15 different ways with her bare hands, so a word of advice, don't get on her bad side.
Commander, the Soviet general you beat back at Brighton Beach has retreated to the south of France. He captured Cannes and kidnapped all our brass down there. I'll take out their naval port, but you'll have to take care of the rest.
Good job, Commander. The Allied leaders have been liberated, and you've driven the Soviet army out of France. Tanya is currently working undercover and acquiring the latest intel on the situation.
If I knew anything, I would tell you!
Tanya?
Commander! Lieutenant Eva! Huh. Out here in the field, things get a little messy sometimes. Not so neat and tidy like they are back in the office.
Can you please brief the Commander on our current situation?
Certainly. The Reds hold Heidelberg. I'm gonna get Sergei here to give them the location of their headquarters. The only thing I can't do is take it out for you. That, you're gonna have to do on your own.
You're doing very well, Commander. We've pushed the Soviets back to their headquarters at Germany at Heidelberg Castle. You're going to have to access the city by river, because the Soviets' bases will be heavily fortified and heavily defended. When the time is right, you'll have access to the Vindicator bombers to strike designated targets. Let's drive those Soviets all the way back to Siberia.
This message was broadcast throughout the world earlier today. Allied leaders have gathered in Geneva for an emergency meeting. The Empire's floating island fortress currently controls the North Atlantic, blockading the entire continent of Europe, paralyzing all...
Commander, we're heading to Gibraltar to reclaim our port from the Japanese. I'm gonna be helping you out on the ground on this one. If I were you, though, I'd watch your back. I trust these Reds about as far as I can throw them.
I never thought I would see this day. The Soviets are now on our team as we face the Empire of the Rising Sun. They'll be lending us the use of their famous commando sniper Natasha, as well as what they can spare from the Soviet Navy. I'm sure Natasha and Tanya will get along splendidly. Try to keep it friendly with the Soviets and retake this vital port that controls the Mediterranean. Sir, Premier Chudenko is on the line.
Put him through, Lieutenant. Gentlemen.
Field Marshal Bingham, I wanted to personally thank you for all your efforts in making this partnership successful.
Well, that's appreciated, but you should thank our commander here. He's the one who led the assault on Gibraltar.
It is indeed a pleasure, Commander. I hope you were satisfied with Natasha's contribution on the battlefield. She's one of our finest.
Yes, well, we're going to need Natasha and every other resource at your command if we're going to take down that floating fortress in the North Atlantic.
I concur. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like this fortress. No one has. It's a completely armed mobile city dominating all waterways in the area. You'll need to take a more tactful approach. Coordinate your attack with the Soviet Navy. I know how you must feel about working with the Soviets, but Field Marshal Bingham is a very shrewd man. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Sir, Premier Chudenko is on the line. He says it's urgent. Sir, apparently one of our satellite relay systems is targeted directly at Moscow. Its source is an American command post I didn't even know existed. It's at the site of Mount Rushmore Monument in South Dakota.
What? Oh, Ackerman. Get the President on the line.
President Ackerman is en route to Mount Rushmore, where he apparently has a personal military base. It seems to be armed with some kind of superweapon, which is poised to fire at Moscow. We have no idea what you're going to be up against, but this we do know. If the President levels Moscow, Russia will retaliate.
Sir, I just received word from an inside source that the Supreme Shogunate will be meeting in Tokyo tomorrow.
So the Empire's generals will all be in one place at one time?
Yes, sir. We can decapitate them with one stroke.
Brilliant. We must get on this immediately. I'll contact the Soviets. Let them know the good news. Commander?
I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece, Commander. Excellent job at Mount Rushmore. I trust you're good to go?
You can flirt with the commander later, Lieutenant. Right now, we have a job to do.
I wasn't flirting, sir. I was just, making conversation. This is an exceptional opportunity. With the Empire's Prince Tatsu and all the Imperial Shogunate in the same location, we could take out their entire command structure. Tokyo Harbor, unfortunately, is also the home of their largest military force, so you'll once again be working in cooperation with the Soviets. General Krukov's forces are en route, but you're going to have to hold the ground until they arrive. Sir, a top Soviet scientist has defected to Berlin. His name is Dr. Gregor Zelinsky. I have him connected. He says he has an urgent message. He'll only deliver to you two.
Put him through.
Hold on, sir. The doctor's claims may be true, sir. We're seeing some Soviet ships arriving in Havana Harbor, bearing some sort of mysterious cargo. We're going off Dr. Zelinsky's information here, so I don't know how much I can give you on this one. I'm sorry. I wish I could do better. You're going to have to snoop around to see what you can find. Time is of the essence here, with Cuba being so close to the US mainland. Use your spies to avoid detection and possibly bribe any enemies that stand in your way. Good luck. The Soviets are making their last stand in Leningrad, and I'm sure they'll throw everything they have at you. They'll use the canals to protect the fortress, so I expect you'll be facing enemy naval forces. Decimate what's left of the Soviet war machine, Commander. I know you can do it. And when this is all over, I'd like to invite you back to my flat for a little victory dinner.
It seems like only days ago that this brilliant new commander was called to lead the Allied nations at a desperate hour. And now with freedom restored and the Soviet leaders confined to a cryo prison, our hero may finally find a little time for some rest of his own.
You didn't forget my invitation, did you, Commander? I was hoping you were free this evening.
Not bad, huh, Commander? I clean up pretty good. How about celebrating over a drink tonight? I know this great little pub in Soho. Commander?
Today is the day that destiny has promised us. No longer will we suffer the abasement and the corruption of the foreign barbarians. For as they battled among themselves...
Allow me to introduce to you our Chief Logistical Officer, Miss Suki Toyama.
It is an honor. The Toyama family has served the Emperor for 10 generations.
Yes, my father follows the ways of our ancestors, and there is much wisdom in what he says. But it is a new age, Commander. A new world. Do what you must to be victorious.
Commander, you will be attacking a village on the north coast of the Soviet Union that is revered by the Russian people. This town is next to a Soviet naval base capable of responding to our invasion. The village is in the midst of their New Year's Day celebration, so you catch them completely by surprise. Emperor Yoshiro wants us to destroy their naval yard, crush their spirit, and turn this day of celebration into a day of mourning.
Commander.
The Soviets have a great monument to commemorate their military triumphs. It is a source of great pride and solidarity for their people. The Emperor believes that the destruction of this monument will break down their will and show them that their defeat is inevitable. But beware, as these barbarians will not take this attack lightly.
The will of the Soviet people hangs by a slim thread. Our next attack will sever that thread like a katana's edge. Tatsu?
Oh, Commander, this mission will make you the envy of all the Imperial Army. General Tatsu has created an awesome and terrifying weapon to help you take down General Krukov in Odessa. You must protect the weapon from the enemy's forces until it is operational. But once it is, the soldiers of the Soviet army will be running in fear.
Do not struggle against what is inevitable. Do not think the seas.
The Allies are attempting to take control of the Hawaiian Islands, a sacred and strategically important part of our empire. They think this will be a surprise attack, but General Tatsu has constructed a plan to flank the enemy and crush them with our mighty battleships. You must protect Pearl Harbor and all our cultural treasures there. Drive them back into the sea. The Allies foolishly continue to battle against what is inevitable. They are trying to slip a large naval force behind our lines to attack Japan. Fortunately, we have a floating island fortress ready to intercept these savages. You must defeat the Allies to protect our homeland. Claim the Pacific for the Empire of the Rising Sun. The invasion of Los Angeles is about to begin, Commander. The Emperor wants control of the American media centers to help broadcast his divine message across the world. We will take Westwood and Beverly Hills and march all the way to Hollywood. Oh, if you see any American movie stars, do me a favor. Before you kill them, can you get their autographs for me? We are intercepting a flood of transmissions between the Allies and the Soviets. They are assembling a joint task force to attack our mainland. The opportunity is here to destroy the Russian barbarians once and for all. The Shogun Executioner is heading towards the Kremlin. Help clear a path for it by destroying every enemy in the way. Supreme General Tatsu wants the Kremlin and its leaders obliterated. Our time has come, Commander. We have surrounded Amsterdam by sea, and you must lead the attack by destroying the Allies. Their headquarters must be taken out, as well as their source of weapons technology, the Future Tech Research Center. They will attempt to defend the location and will fight to their last man. Lead us to victory, Commander.
Thank you, Commander. You have honored your ancestors.
And defeated our enemies.
Because of your victories.
Commander, I'm on the north shore of Oahu. Very beautiful, very private. How would you like to join me? Come on, Commander. Everyone needs to relax now and then, even a shogun.